Let's see.
Hey, it's Caleb, Solid Property Investments. We're here for Mr. Stringer, claim number 1198T 4-49J. We're going through to do repairs. We insurance has sent it out and agreed on wind damage shingles. You can see some of the wind damage ones on this slope. What we're going to do is we're going to take this wind damage shingle here that I got marked. We're going to take it out and put a new one in. Doing this repair, the method we use is the written out statement method from the forensic engineers. This is the National Academy Engineer for how a repair should be done. The tools that they say to use and how we do it. So what I got here is the shingle with the X, that's the one that's coming out. The other shingles are marked as shingles that are touched or messed with during the repair process. So there are 8 total. So I have the bottom 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, you want to look for like material transfer. When I break the seal of this one to get it out, I'm going to take a chance of material transfer happening here and on 2. And then I got to break the seals of 5, 6, 7, and 8 to get those nails out. So 3 and 4, again, take a chance of material transfer happening whenever we break the seal here and when we break the seal here. For 5, 6, 7, 8, you have a chance of material transfer, you got a chance of tears, you got chances of delaminated keys, creasing. A lot goes on with those ones up above it. So 8 shingles total, they get touched in the process of replacing 1 shingle. So to do this, what I'm doing is I'm gonna use a flat bar. And what we need to do first is break the seal of our damaged shingle. So what we're gonna do is try to get in to where that seal line is. You wanna move softly and carefully down through there to break it. Once that one's free, now I gotta break the ones above it of 5 and 6 so that I can get my seal line out. So what we do is you go down through here and break the seal line there. And then I gotta do it again on 6. And then I gotta do it on 7 and 8. As you see right here, I just had a tear, and that's just from trying to break the seal. Nothing crazy to it. We're just trying to slide through there. It's going to happen sometimes due to the condition of this. All we're going to do is get this loose, kind of glide down through there. Man, there we go. Oh, another one right there. So you can see that tear there. Once that's done, I then have to locate the fasteners in the shingle. So what I got to do is I got to take shingles 5 and 6, and I got to lift them high enough so I can see where that fastener is. Then what I'm gonna do is go underneath the fastener. So I can pull it up and out. Come on now. There we go. That's how I gotta remove the fasteners. So I gotta do that through all of here. So again, we're trying to be careful. You only want to lift up enough where you can see that fastener and to get it out. I gotta do that all the way down through here on the shingle that's coming out. Then what I gotta do is, because the shingle is about 13, 14 inches tall, you can tell that it's still in here. So I got fasteners up through here, which is why we had to break the seals of 7 and 8. Then I gotta do the same thing, lift it up here where I can see, lift it in here, where I gotta see this fastener, up in here, take that out too. Once I get all those out, there's the old one. That one can come out. When we talk about as far as material transfer, you can see right here where the seal line was. The seal line on the shingle is on the back right here. And what it does is it bonds to the one below it. So it'll bond on here. And what we look for is any kind of chunks that get torn out from these, like this right here. That's what we look for. And again, on the back side of the shingle, sometimes there are chunks that happen on the back. So you gotta watch out for those because it just tears the thing up. we're gonna go back, that was an Owens Corning OC Pro 30. Go back with a new Owens Corning shingle. As you can tell, there's a size difference. So if I butt that up, you can see there's about an inch size difference that they're gonna want us to try to trim that up. Trimming field shingles is a little different than like rakes and valleys, stuff like that. When you trim the field, it's gotta kind of be a perfect cut. Otherwise, too big of a gap, water too small. So it's a little tougher on trimming them. Not really highly recommended on trimming. It's really only supposed to be trimmed on certain places, but we're gonna do this for this repair assessment. So what you want to do is slide it up to its place. Just a little bit more off. So once it gets up in there, line it back up. And then we gotta go through and nail it back in. So those nails that we took out, we gotta drive the new ones back in. So I gotta lift this up again, hit this into the nails on here, and drive this in. So I wanna point out, this right here is my nails on. You can see this white line, I gotta be on it or just above it. That's the nails on. And if you get too low, then you're gonna be having a low nail and it's gonna cause problems. So I gotta get this thing up high enough that I can get this in here to drive a flush nail. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to do too much more. Again, this allows me to hold on to it here so that I can lift this up and get my nail up here where it needs to go. So we're gonna go through here and install all these. Something I want to point out is the delaminating of these keys. You can see some of them are still good, and then there's other ones that are delaminating. That right there is now damaged. It's going to allow non-damaging winds. They're going to come in, and they're going to allow that to rip up. So once I get those in, I got to go back up to my other shingles and put those back in there too. So again, let's put our other ones up here. We just had a tear. If you come over here and see this tear right here, see that? And it happened while I was trying to lift this up enough to drop that in. So another one right there. Kind of see, kind of just happens again. So I'm just trying to get this up here high enough just to drive this fastener back into where it was. So, a couple things I'll point out now that we got those in. One, we had those tears that happened during the breaking the seal. And we had this one here. We had the middle delamination. So this right here is a big thing too. You see the delamination in the middle right here? That allows wind to get right there. But the biggest thing is these delaminate too. So that's gonna allow this right here to blow in the wind. Have another tear right here. Happened during the nail back process. We had another tear right here. I think there was had a small tear right here that happened during the breaking the seal line. Delaminated key here. That one's good. That one's good. This one's delaminated here. You can see that it's just completely flapping the wind too. So during the process of repairing this, I didn't have any material transfer on this one. This one's good. I did have a little bit on this one here. So we started off with the one shingle. We had 8 shingles that were touching it, and of the 8, 6 or 5 are damaged. This one with material transfer on the bottom and stuff. These had delaminated keys, tears. I think there was one more tear, maybe not. Delaminated keys here, tears there, and And another thing I want to point out is when this one heats up, it might already be doing it, it'll eventually seal up. It's hard to see right here, look at that. See how that's already starting to seal up? That's going to seal up. But these, since that material transfer is gone, since that seal line is now taken off, there's nothing for that to adhere to. These shingles will not seal back up. That's going to allow non-damaging winds. It's going to come in, it's going to damage these keys that are delaminated, it's going to damage shingles that are delaminated. Tears are going to cause water intrusions down the road. So all in all, when you start doing these repairs, you're going to have more and more damage. So if you can, please review this video and let me know what you think. Thank you.